The city of Cape Coral kicked off its annual Citizens Academy yesterday, February 10th, 2026, which will run for the next 7 weeks. My husband, Oscar, will be attending each session to get an inside look on how the city operates. At yesterday's session, he met with the city manager and the entire Office of Communications. Next week, he'll be meeting with the Human Resources Department, Business and Economic Development, the Community Redevelopment Agency, and Development Services, giving us an exclusive behind-the-scenes perspective on Cape Coral's growth and how it's adapting to it. But beyond just the schedule, there's a bigger picture about the priorities and long-term planning that most people don't see. So first, what was the main focus of this meeting?
So after speaking with the City of Cape Coral manager for over an hour and a half yesterday, we learned so much about the history of Cape Coral and what makes the city very unique when it comes to other cities in the state of Florida. We discussed how the City of Cape Coral originally started as a pre-platted city, originally owned by the Rosen brothers. Pre-platted cities have advantages but also have disadvantages. Some of the advantages are planning and layout, but some of the disadvantages comes when cities grow at a rapid pace, which is what's currently happening here in Cape Coral. A large part of the conversation focused on current development priorities and what buyers and residents can expect moving forward. The city anticipates significant population growth, growing from 7th to 5th in the next couple of years in the state of Florida. While these improvements support long-term modernization, they also come with a fee, which brings both opportunity and infrastructure pressures. One of the key topics discussed was infrastructure expansion. The old style was septic tanks, but now we have city water and we have sewer.
So now let's talk about the Seven Islands project. And based on what you heard, how serious and committed is Cape Coral to this vision?
The Seven Islands project was a project that was created and envisioned a long time ago. And the city of Cape Coral finally found a developer that would bring this vision to light. And so the city of Cape Coral, as of today, sold the Seven Islands to the developer that's going to take over and bring this vision to life. So yes,
Wow.
They are committed, and we're very excited because we live a few blocks away, and the Seven Islands project is finally going to get started, and they're estimating it's going to take about 10 years to complete, and we can't wait. So let's do the math. 10 years from now, we'll be in 2036, and let's see by then if it'll be ready. As far as the plans go, Islands 1 through 5 are going to have residential properties, and Island 6 is going to have the hotel, which is going to be 8 stories high. It's going to also have a lagoon.
Wow.
And the 7th Island should have a community center and an event center for birthday parties, rentals, just have a good time. So we're both looking forward to having our 7 Islands, and I think you should too.
So aside from the Seven Islands, there's also a lot of talk on the Grove. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and what it's going to do to Cape Coral?
Of course. Yeah, so the great thing about the Grove project is it's about 130 acres, and it's going to have mixed use. So we're going to have apartments, we're going to have a hotel, we're going to have national retail shops as well. That was announced yesterday. The builder is L&L. They also built out Lake Nona near Orlando, Florida. So we're excited to see their vision for the Grove here in Cape Coral. And it's gonna be just an amazing project. A lot of shopping is gonna happen. And they said that they studied and people would travel as far as, to go to Sawgrass Mall. And the idea is to bring that concept over here to the west side of Southwest Florida, and specifically Cape Coral.
Wow, that's amazing.
Yeah, so we're looking forward to that project as well, and you should too.
There was also a lot of rumors regarding the expansion of the Gator Slough Canal. Can you elaborate a little bit more on that?
Sure. So I actually was the person who inquired about this question because I do work with different general contractors, and they're investing in different lots throughout the city, specifically in the Northwest near the Gator Slough Canal, thinking that if they were to purchase a lot with golf access, they'd have a quicker exit to the Gulf. And the reality is, what he told me is that there needs to be adjustments made, because when the brothers sold that property to the state of Florida, they did it with intentions of protecting the environment. So there's a lot of mangroves that are located, and there needs to be case studies presented everybody needs to be on board. I mean, it has to go through a lot of legislation, he told me. So it's probably the steepest uphill battle the city of Cape Coral might face if that was to be a possibility to actually expand the Gator Slope Canal for boats to go through. Currently, kayaks go through, even jet skis, but boating is going to be a major, major uphill battle.
Yeah. So for now, it's still Burnstone Marina.
For now, definitely Bristol Marina, and only time will tell, which we'll see. You know, anything can happen, but he did mention it was going to be the biggest uphill battle for the city of Cape Coral to get the expansion approved.
Okay, so we can definitely shut down those rumors.
I think for now it's best to not even mention the rumors. Correct. Yeah.
Exactly. Okay, so based on everything we've discussed, where does Cape Coral seem to be heading over the next 5 to 10 years?
Growth, 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 growth. The main objective is just to let the city know that with growth, there's growing pains. There's old infrastructure meeting new infrastructure, and with that, we're going to see a mixture of, again, new parks being created, old ones being redeveloped, some of them in the northwest, some of them in the southeast or northeast or even southwest. The Cape is just growing at such a rapid pace that money's being allocated through different sections of the Cape, and we're going to just experience growth with new construction. Older homes are being remodeled as well.
Businesses, right?
More businesses, more commercial businesses are coming in. Now it's kind of like the commercials turn to come up in the Cape. I did speak to a gentleman who works with permitting, and he did tell me as far as residential permit, they've reduced as far as the amount of newer applications. So now definitely it's commercials turn to kind of take over. But to answer your question, the one word that we can take away from all of this is growth. Cape Coral is destined to be number 5 city within the next 5 years, 10 years, as far as population. We are also the 3rd biggest city as far as land mass in the state of Florida. So we definitely have a lot of room to grow. And I read somewhere, I think you mentioned to me as well, that only 50% of Cape Coral has been developed.
Yes.
So there's still an extra 50% of untapped raw Cape Coral. And like I said, growth.
A lot of growth.
A lot of growth.
If you want help navigating, not just with the real estate, but also being informed of the future development of each quadrant of Cape Coral, that's exactly what we help our clients understand. Our contact information can be found in the description below. Please make sure to subscribe, like, and comment with any questions that you may have. Also, stay tuned for next week's video on
human resources and my favorite, business economic development.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.